it is an experimental evening. Hopefully, fingers crossed, at Wembley Stadium tomorrow night for me, because I want to see some of those players now who are on form, who maybe don't get into England's first choice 11 for the game against Italy, the matches that really count in terms of the qualifying, given an opportunity to stake their claim. That's what I want to see at Wembley tomorrow night. I'm never gutted to see Harry Kane in an England shirt or Jude Bellingham in an England shirt. But ultimately, we know the level that those players are at right now and confident that they can do the job for England. It's the ones who don't get that opportunity who need to be given it for me.
Yeah, you know that Harry Kane will start, though. Like, you know Gareth Southgate doesn't, but you know he probably will. I don't know this for a fact. Don't matter, it's Harry Kane. You know what Gareth Southgate's like? He doesn't seem to want to ever rest him. And at the end of the day, like, you know, yes, he's the captain you bring in, but I want to see a mixture of the two. I want to see people like Jude Bellingham playing, not because we need to see, you know, how good he is, because that boy is a top player. We know that. So I want to see a mixture, but I also want to see players like Lewis Dunk get a chance. Gehi, you spoke about before. Get those players opportunities. It'll be interesting to see what type of team selection he goes with. I know you mentioned before, Hugh, you expect him to, you want to put in Ramsdale, right?
I would like to see Ramsdale given a chance.
I agree.
Because he's been dropped by his club. It's not necessarily because I've got big question marks over Jordan Pickford, but again, I do think the England goalkeeper and England goalkeepers of the past will tell you just the high pressure that comes with being in goal for the country. You make one mistake, your world could collapse. He just needs to feel comfortable in that shirt. If he is called upon, if for whatever reason Jordan Pickford either drops out of form or is just injured, you know what might happen. He would be England's number one. So let him feel comfortable with some of the players around him. Again, just another good opportunity to do that.
I want to see, I agree with you on that. I want to see players like Jarrod Bowen get a chance as well.
Yeah, me
Ollie
too.
Watkins, I think it'll be good to see him, you know, get an opportunity, but I don't think we're going to see as many changes as people think. I think obviously Maddison should play. I want to see a mixture of the two, but I don't think it'll be interesting to see, because probably Harry Maguire will start, Harry Kane will start. You know, I want to see players like Kalvin Phillips get a run of minutes, because I think he's been a bit hard done by at Manchester City, Kalvin Phillips. I don't think he's been given the opportunities. I mean, you look at the game the other day against Arsenal, is like a Kovacic better than a Kalvin Phillips? Debatable.
No.
You don't think he is?
No.
Or you don't think Kalvin Phillips should be playing at all?
No, I just don't think it's debatable that Kovacic is better. Kovacic is a better player.
Well, I just think maybe him going to Manchester City wasn't the best decision for him.
Well,
that's debatable though, Hugh, because Kalvin Phillips is a baller.
Sorry, I said at the time, and I was slated for this, that he shouldn't go to Manchester City. And people said, oh, it's Man City, it's Pep Guardiola, you've got to go. I knew he wasn't going to be a starter. There's no way he was assured that he was going to be a starter. You look at the level of players that were at the club in terms of that midfield. I said at the time that his England place was in jeopardy. This is before Bellingham really emerged. I mean, we all knew he was a very good player. He was already in the England fold, but he's totally usurped Phillips in terms of that starting point, spot in midfield that Phillips once had. He has to play. The fact that he didn't move this summer, for me, you know, the fact that we're even talking about him starting for England, he's a lucky boy, because he's just not playing enough. We're going to talk so much about the likes of Harry Maguire not playing often. Kalvin Phillips in exactly the same category, and yet we're here saying maybe he should be starting tomorrow night. A very lucky boy.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.